Sharina Hudson getting out of my car with my money.
Life is not what you think it is behind the scenes. Trust me. Homegirl is miserable. Like, That's what you get.
It appears that karma is not finished with Sharina and Kevin just yet, because they are down in the trenches now. We all know that Kevin was recently sued for maxing out all of his credit cards and owing thousands of dollars to several banks. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Kevin was also forced to sell off their mansions and all of their luxurious cars to pay for his debts, after those alimony checks from Wendy stopped coming through. Sharina is currently being sued by TJ Maxx after she failed and paid off her $3,000 debt on her TJ Maxx card. The amount that was previously changed to chump is now being used as the basis for a lawsuit. Things are not looking good for Kevin and Sharina, and word is that Wendy is currently on vacation in Florida. Meanwhile, Kevin and Sharina are struggling to make ends meet financially. Wendy believes that this is her karma for what she did to Kevin, and that she deserves everything that she's going through. Before we dive into this drama with Sharina, let me give you some background on how this whole mess started. It all began back in 2019, when Wendy divorced Kevin. Not only was Kevin having an affair with Sharina while Wendy was still married, but he was having a baby with her. According to Wendy, she knew about the affair, but she decided to divorce Kevin because she found out about the secret baby he was having with Sharina without telling her. Not only did Wendy divorce Kevin, but he was fired from his job as her manager. Her manager said, "I don't recommend working with my husband because I turned him into my manager. When I decided to file for divorce, I had to fire him." In other words, she made him unemployed and divorced in one day. "I've been on the wrong side of the marriage for 15 years. I knew Kevin was a serial cheater almost from the start. I found out while I was on bed rest with my son in utero. He was in the birthing room. You'll see this in the movie. He's passing cigars. You know my wife. You know little Kev. He's now 20 years old. I tried to get a divorce from Kevin. I sacrificed a lot to be successful in the end. What's even more crazy is that my own family members stood up for Wendy and accused Sharina of ruining Wendy's marriage. In fact, when I asked my uncle what he thought of the situation, he said that Sharina should know the difference between right and wrong. She moved away from her family years ago and has never returned to South Carolina, not even for Christmas. This is where things started to go really wrong for Wendy, because as their divorce progressed, Wendy was also ordered to pay alimony to Kevin, which became his primary source of income. She was living her best life and even started a number of businesses, all of which failed miserably. Kevin even put her through school to become a massage therapist and opened a kiosk for her at a mall in North Carolina. He also opened a barbershop, which also failed miserably, and he did so using Wendy's funds. However, despite the fact that all these ventures failed, Wendy and Kevin continued to live a lavish lifestyle on Wendy's money, without having to work a day. We all knew it was only a matter of time until she said something. After all, if she can't stop them from wasting her money, she should at least be allowed to throw some shade. She claimed that the reason all of Shireen's businesses failed was because she isn't a smart girl, and that she has no idea how to run a business. She also mentioned that smart women who moved to big cities with bright lights and who wanted to be models were smart women. You know, the girls at the club with the sparkler champagne bottles. They entice patrons to spend more money by dressing scantily revealing clothing and other such escapades. However, Wendy wasn't done with them yet. After her show was cancelled, she stopped sending them all the alimony checks. As you can imagine, this drove Kevin crazy because he was running out of money. Thank you for watching.